According to reports, a certain German international, no, not at the Euros, Jonathan Tah has held preliminary talks with a club in the Premier League. Now, it has been known that both West Ham and Leicester have previously been interested in the 6'5" giant central defender who currently plays for Bayern Leverkusen. Welcome back to West Ham Irons United. My name is Anton. You are here for our West Ham Daily, where we'll be bringing you just today's generic news over the last day or so. And I know you joined still yesterday for the West Ham Weekly, but you're on the West Ham Daily, so keep your comments coming in. We'll engage with the chat as much as we can, and I need to be off in a reasonable amount of time because I'm going on to another meeting through work as well, so please be patient with us. I'd love to be on as much as I possibly can. However, work does get in the way. But while you're here, thank you very much to Russ from My Hammers 11. I've put the link in the chat, so go across to his channel, hit his subscription button and go and check out his content. Great content, daily content as well. And of course, while you're here, hit our subscribe button, hit the bell notification, please leave a comment, and please engage in a live chat because I'll get involved as much as I possibly can. Anyway, Jonathan Tah, who is he? Let's take a little cheeky video in behind the scenes and let you know a little bit more about Jonathan Tah. So here it is, all you need to know about Jonathan Tah. Hope you like that little cheeky video on Jonathan Tah. So who is he? He was born in Hamburg on 11th of February 96 to an Ivorian father and a German mother. He grew up in Hamburg in the district of Altona, which is where he began his footballing career. And this is one of the earliest images that we could find at the age of 4. He grew up with the team of his hometown, which is one thing, but the team of his home district is even closer to, well, what you could say is home. So he spent a decade at Altona 93, drawing the praises of any coach that he had the pleasure of managing the young man. While numerous clubs clamoured for Tah throughout his development, his family, namely his mother, who remained at home while separated from his father, who lived abroad, decided to let him develop in the peace of his hometown. And it wasn't until he needed to step up to the next level when he left Altona, and it's not like he went too far. He was snapped up by then Hamburg at the age of 14 and became the youngest Bundesliga debutant for Hamburg in 50 years when he debuted as a 17-year-old in 2013. That year, he was voted one of the most popular players within the setup. So throughout his career, he has been earmarked and remarked just how relaxed and seemingly shy the towering defender is. But it's often quick to point out that he's not just shy at all. He just likes to stay calm, but it doesn't mean that he's quiet. You see his aggression when he defends, and it seems a stark contrast from his reserved nature, which is a lot of the squad say that he's like this maybe gentle giant of a player, but he's a great player to have in and around the squad. There is his size, which is another thing that sets Tah apart from other players. One of his former coaches noted that as a teenager, he was bigger than the teachers. So it's not so easy to find the right approach with him, but they sometimes went with him as early as they could and treated him kind of in an adult way in his youth playing days. So when you're blessed with the stature that Jonathan Tah has, it's almost by default that you have to learn how to use that stature, and Tah certainly does that. He defends with an impossible blend of calmness and aggressiveness that you wouldn't traditionally see in a towering centre-back. But if you were to ask him with the usual role of sitting back and absorbing attacks, he'd do that just fine. Seeing as how he's well aware of his size and strength, he uses that to his advantage, and he's not, doesn't overextend in his position. His calmness, his size, his aggressiveness combined to form his primary style point. But where Tah's style really sets himself apart from other players, it's almost abundance of confidence that he has. He's a complete and utter controller of the ball. He has very good skills, and he has good dribbling ability to ward off any form of opponents that are coming on his way. And just in case his size and strength gets too boring for him, you could say, he pushes play forward when the opening is there, and he isn't afraid to fire audacious balls down the pitch, searching for one of those kind of over-the-top runs. So when it comes to defending one-on-one, he is blessed with a solid dose of speed and agility that allows him to go head-to-head with just any attacker and call himself an equal. He is adept at winning the ball back and even better at keeping it. He completely reads a game fantastically well. He's a big lad, but it's deceiving to the eye because he can move really, really fast. His list of strengths is a near perfect match to a list of ideal central defenders' strengths, but you have to start with his calmness. Honestly, I can't get over the calmness. He's been subject to praise since his youth days. It allows him to remain composed no matter the situation, and there's no panic on him, nor has there ever been. So for a young defender, that is massive, as one of the main problems that plagues young central defenders is misplaced sense of urgency on and off the ball. Tah does not have a panic button. As you can see, the family just kicking about. Well, and that's just what we do here. That is just what we do. So he's obviously one of the larger players out there, standing at 6'5", like I've said, but he's got that plus size, and he's had it from his early teens. He's had no time to master how best to wield his physical strength to not only win the ball back, but maintain that ball. His aerial dominance is there to see, and he can add that to a list of things that he does in his defensive duties. He's an exceptional talent, if I'm being brutally honest here, and it was very unfortunate not to make the German squad for this summer's Euros, and he did miss out on the World Cup a few years ago. However, he is involved in the German international setup, and he is close to being thereabouts at the age of 25. Along with having tremendous strength and reflexes, he's got the confidence to go after any kind of ball. So, he can cover the stepping out defender, he can sit back and cover that back line. And it's rare situations where he's left exposed after overcommitting himself. He possesses excellent recovery speed, like I've mentioned, which is something not many of his people can do. So you can't ask for much more, really, from a defender. He's played 35 times in all competitions for Leverkusen last season, including 7 appearances in the Europa League, wearing the captain's armband on 3 of the European games. And in 27 Bundesliga appearances for Leverkusen last season, Tah averaged 1.1 oh my God, where has that gone? Tackles, 1.2 interceptions, and 3 clearances per game. He also won an average of 2.5 aerial duels per match. So he's got 13 international caps for Germany, but has been left out of the German squad, like I said, for the Euro Championships today. So, he's a talented young lad, and players and teams will be all around him. I see people in the chat saying there about Leicester City who are interested in him as well, and we've got a history of potentially going for the same players, and will they get the deal over the line more than what we can? But we were linked to this guy before last season, kind of later last season in the winter, and I really like the look of this central defender. There was 2 defenders we were linked with. Tomiyasu, who apparently now he plays for Bologna, but he's apparently linked to Tottenham. I mean, I don't know how Tottenham are going to be signing players, to be honest, because they don't have a manager and they can't get a manager. But Tomiyasu and Tah are a similar type of defender. I mean, one is towering above the other. Tah is absolutely no ifs or buts about it. He is physical, he is tall, he's strong, but he's calm, he's collected, he's pacey. He can read a game really well. And I think he's the kind of sort of defender that West Ham need to be looking at. 25 years old, German international, really good experience of playing in all the leagues. Tomiyasu is another defender that I really like the looks of. I think he'd be another great defender and another good asset for the West Ham squad. But what do you think? Get your comments in. I mean, apparently the value is about £20 million for Jonathan Tah, so it's within our budget. Do you want to take the risk and bringing someone in from a foreign league rather than looking at the likes of Tarkowski, who's playing in the Premier League, has got the experience? I know I'm doing videos on central defenders. I know Stel's done one, and I've done one in Coletakar, and you're doing a comparison between him, the lad from Fiorentina, you've got Tarkowski. But I would put, genuinely, out of all of these players, I'd put Jonathan Tah at the top with Tomiyasu, who I'm not going to speak about today. They're the two central defenders that I would be targeting if I were West Ham. And for £20 million, we can get the deal over the line. Let's just go and get the deal over the line. And now I know David Moyes is out there doing a scouting report system at Euro 2020s, but if West Ham really desperately want this guy, and I don't think he's going to hang about long, I think it's looking like he is going to make a move this summer. But we do have to wait, I think, is it till the 1st of this month, like in a couple of days' time, when the deal opens up. But get your comments in and let me know your thoughts on Jonathan Tah. And then I'll move on to the next subject of today's conversation, which is talented young midfielder Freddie Potts, who signed his first professional contract with West Ham. The 17-year-old Academy of Football product has been rewarded for his fine 2021 season with a 3-year deal until the summer of 24. During the campaign, Potts was a first-year scholar, featured on 21 occasions for Kevin Keane's under-18s team before later also becoming a regular for Dimitri Halikot's under-23s. So, of course, with his name, he's the son of the legend, Mr. Steve Potts, 2-time Hammer of the Year, current under-23s coach, Mr. Steve Potts, and brother to Hammer, former Hammer and current Luton Town left-back Dan Potts. Freddie made 7 consecutive under-23 starts from early March, scoring his first Premier League 2 goal against Leicester. A calming, consensuous and composed influence in the midfield. The teenager also had widespread praise for how he acquitted himself at the right-hand side of a back three. So after penning his first professional contract at West Ham, he reflected on the impressive last 12 months with fondness, but also has a renewed drive. The coach has said, he's had a really good season last season and has become one of the top performers. He's one of the players who really helped turn our form around at the back end of the season, putting in some unbelievable performances. He deserves this new contract, and he hopefully will continue this year where he'd left off last season. People have made comparisons to Declan Rice, the style of player that he is. He's calm, he's collected in that midfield area, and he can really, read a game really well, etc. So, it's a really kind of positive sign that West Ham are snapping up another one of our youth prospects and building upon what we have got at West Ham, bringing in, the likes of all the players that we've done for the under-23s, and then having, signing up the current crop of talent. It's just going to make for a really competitive under-23s youth system that's hopefully going to start to filter through to the first team, which is what we need, because I think we're going to see more players step up to the equation next season, like we all have thought with the youth prospects. So it'll be interesting. And what I said is, next week when West Ham start the pre-season training, I'm really excited because I'll be there to see what players West Ham have taken along as well. I'll be reporting live from the training ground. So, let me know your thoughts on that. And then lastly, the big game today. England take on Germany in the round of 16 Euros 2020. How are you feeling? Please get your predictions in for the game. I think we're waiting anytime soon. We'll probably know the starting lineup for the game. But, it's going to be a tough one. Germany haven't been playing well. England haven't been playing that well, but both have got results and got themselves through to the next round. Who awaits England or Germany in the next round is the winner of the Sweden and Ukraine game, which was played later on this evening. But if these games are anything like the games yesterday, then we're in for an absolute treat as a football fan. And let's just hope we can maybe see England get a little kick up the backside and perform to the highest level that we know that they can do, but haven't been doing in this tournament. So I'm going to jump across to some of the comments and see what everyone else is saying, because so many of you in there, and it's really cool to talk to you all. So Peach, West Ham Random, get across there and subscribe to his channel. Yes, Anton, hope as well, my G. All good, mate. Thank you for joining us. Gary Rutter, how are you? I'm good, mate. Thank you for joining us also. Father Snowman, afternoon all again. No notification from YouTube. There's a stream starting at 1:15. Luckily, I checked YouTube. I don't understand it, to be honest, because this video was scheduled well in advance of the half-an-hour limit that you need in order to give you a notification. So I don't really understand why it does that, to be honest. It's a bit confusing, but It's just we've got to kind of go with what we do. Toby, good to see you, mate. Thank you for joining us. Father Snowman, good. Yep. Wasn't this meant to be a Winston Reid special? Was it? I'm not too sure, mate. Finally, you got a notification comes through with 20 minutes left. Yeah, I got that notification the same 20 minutes left. Caden, good to see you. Hope you're well. Think so, but news of players coming in passes time away before the game. It does. And I don't listen. We haven't signed anyone yet. We will sign players, but we just got to be patient because who else is signing players right now? Caden, I can't see Tah coming to West Ham, but we can dream. Well, I can, Caden. I do think he's a realistic target. I always kind of tend to do when I do these videos. I put in there a kind of number, or where do I see this as a realistic target? My concern is other teams will look at him like Leicester, but do I think he's a realistic target for West Ham? Absolutely. And Moyes has stated that central defender is the big position he needs to look at as well. Father Snowman, just get some more Czech players in. Just say, Tah, no thank you. We need players who want to come and play and enjoy their football passion and desire. I think he's got that with abundance, to be honest. Martin Braithwaite wants 85k a week. Don't bother with him. Yep, I genuinely don't see that one being a realistic target, if I'm being brutally honest. Sadly, we have a generation of footballers who've got used to silly wages. We have, but Jonathan Tah is 55-ish K a week at Bayer Leverkusen. So it's an affordable fee. It's an affordable player. It works within the West Ham budget as well. So we'll see. Hi, everyone. Look forward to the forthcoming Pearls of Wisdom. Grasham, Upsom. Thank you for joining us, mate. Thank you for joining us. Father Snowman, go Sweden. I've got a fond, I like Sweden as well. So, yeah, good luck to them. Robert Singleton, we just played the big game with Russ. Sup, big dog Peach. You're all talking to each other. West Ham random. Sunny. It's an unbelievable day where I am here today. Unbelievable day. How is good? Like how you're all talking to each other. Gaza, I'll be fine after the England match. Yes, absolutely, mate. Apparently, Moyes has said he's not been impressed by Euro's scouting mission. So I don't know if you've actually been reading some of Moyes's. I think it's the Daily Telegraph, is it, or that he's reporting. He's actually writing articles for as well, so you'll get a lot of information from that. Cheers, Toby. Good to see you, mate. If it's us or Leicester steal them every time they do. I think they've just went in, or haven't officially announced it, but it looks like they're going to get Daka from Red Bull as well. Hit the like button, of course you should. Yep, good to see you, Revo. Hope you're all well. I could murder a hamburger right now. I've had my lunch, mate, because I've got a team meeting to go into soon. Leave us out. Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Come on, England. London is claret and blue. Absolutely. Toby's saying, wait, is there a club called Hamburger? Or was that meant to be Hamburg? No, the club is officially known as Hamburger, mate. It is officially known as Hamburger. However, we do know them as Hamburg. Hope you are well. Tah with me. Love it. You don't know. Sharing on West Ham Random Twitter just now. Good man. No, it is, guys. It is Hamburger. That's how they pronounce it in their country. I know we call them Hamburg, but it is Hamburger. I swear to you, it is. I mean, I could bring it up to you right now. I mean, you're making me panic. I'm not going to lie, but let me just quickly check for you now. Yeah, Hamburger. That's how they pronounce it. So. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yes, we were, Gary. We were linked to Tab before, and it never came through. So I'd be happy to sign him, but I'm not optimistic, to be fair. And I think Diop will go if Tah comes. I don't know if Diop will go. It's no ifs or buts about it. Balbuena's gone. We need to strengthen that area. We've got an aging defence, and we need someone to come in and see what happens. Arsenal have checked him out in previous years, Gary. To be fair, though, Caden, lots of teams have checked out loads of players, and we don't know for sure if this is a player that's been strongly linked to West Ham before. The links come back up, and you just got to try and put two and two together and think, is it a realistic link? Yes, I think it is, because he's affordable. He's not at the Euros, so his value probably won't increase. Where Coletta Carr's value probably will increase, even though that they're out. But I think the two types of players is you've got one that's a kind of no-nonsense defender. Coletta Carr steps out a lot. And we've got that in Ogbonna, and we've got that in Diop, and we need that calming influence. And I've just described him to you by the abundance, and I think he is the one. Antonio looks so much more relaxed in your new setting. Out from under the stairs, I do, mate, and I feel it. I specifically requested a Winston Reid special for my birthday. I give, and all you do is take and take. Toby, mate, am I correct in saying it's your birthday today? Because if it is, happy big birthday, mate. Happy big birthday. I did know it was actually. Excuse me, I did know it was. If Tah comes, who do you think is his best partner would be Augie for me. Yes. However, 50-odd games of the season next season, I think you're going to see a big couple of changes in that defence, to be honest. So I don't know who is going to be doing it. How short is the fourth person to walk past? It would have to be Augie. Tah and Augie would be hard to get past, absolutely. Peach, I'd have you up front, mate. I would try Diop with Tah. We need to get younger, and I think that's why I don't think we'll sell Diop. If I'm being brutally honest, I really don't. I like Summer, the Swiss goalkeeper from Oleander Brenizer. What a fantastic victory for Switzerland yesterday. It was a great game, and I thought they played absolutely great football and deserved of their victory, if I'm being brutally honest. I thought they actually deserved it as a whole. Seems like Tah has it in his locker to be sitting back, reading the game defender and the pushing out with the pace defender, so he should be able to play with anyone. Absolutely. He really, really should be. Certainly sounds the business. I think he is, and the fact that he's not been taken to the German squad maybe kind of makes him sit under the radar right now, and other clubs might not be looking at him and looking at other players that are there. But I do like the looks of Tah and Tomiyasu. They're my top two central defender targets that we should be looking at. But I think Tottenham are in talks, apparently, with Tomiyasu from Bologna. As long as we'd had hard work, we will love him. So I trust Moyes isn't bringing in any more laziness. And like I said, guys, I'm not saying that these are genuine links. This is going to happen. It's just, we hear stories and we're going to look into the player for you and give you a little bit more information on them. Toby, listen up, everyone. You all love Peach. We all love Peach. I've just subscribed to this channel and I'm only number 61. Get yourselves over and subscribe to West Ham Random. Game recognises game. Absolutely. Gary Rutter, whoever Moyes brings in, we have to trust him. Absolutely, we do. Look forward to tuning in for some Peach madness, bro. Yep, and it is madness. Hi, Anton. Come on, England, mate. Let's rewrite Italia 90 and Euro 96. However, let's rewrite it. Yep, and get there. That's what we need to do. And that's what you mean. Let's get to that final. That's what we need to try and do. We just need to play a little bit better, a little bit more exciting, and give us that, enjoyment, I suppose you could say. We'll see this here. Toby, we'll crap up on Peach on his channel. So I'm assuming his channel will be a constant. Absolutely, mate. Much love. Tah sounds almost too good to be true. Yeah. There is an element of me bigging him up, but I like him. I favour him. He's a player that I do like it, and I've seen him play a few times, and he really suits our style. So I think he fits in perfectly. But for the price as well, it's just whether or not we could get something like that over the line. I'm not too sure. We've got to put Mr. Bean train ride at 3:30 p.m. before coverage of the game starts. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Toby, and thanks for managing the chat with that DC head last night. Oh, there goes Stell in the chat. He's obviously not done his research into how you pronounce the name of Hamburg. Anyway, Stell, please leave me alone, mate, because I'm actually going through the chat and you've made me lose my way. Where are we? There we are. There we are. Where are we? He's in. What is he talking about? He's in the Euros, just hasn't played any games. Who is? I don't know what's. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Taz not at the Euros. It says almost too good to be true. Love Peach. We've all got put the Mr. Bean train ride on at 3:30 p.m. before coverage of the game starts. Absolutely. The youth seems like it's a packed with talent, but allegedly Meepo is the best of them, and he's not done well for the first team so far. I don't know, Toby, to be honest, mate. I don't know if he is going to make it, to be honest. I don't know if I'm not judging him on the Man United game, but I think that, after the way that Tony Martinez was lighting up fire in that development squad, I'm worried that maybe he's not going to get a chance either. I'd rather we sign players, Alf's in the chat, I'd rather we sign players from leagues similar to ours, German or Scandinavian, but just hard working players. Absolutely. Wait, is Tah playing today? No, Alf, he's revote, he's not. No, he didn't make the squad. We're doing a watch along today with the Hammers Fans United. Toby, much respect. Go across and check that out. Gary Rutter, the Barcelona left back on his way to Leeds. I think the rumour is that they're interested in him as well as West Ham, but it comes now down to the fact of who's going to get a deal over the line. And are West Ham, genuinely looking at Junior Firpo? He looks like a player that would fit our system. Whether or not Moyes is going to try and sign him, I don't know. I've got a few mates over because it's my birthday, bro, but I'm fully on board after today. Cool, man. Good man. come on England for today. Everyone's talking about England game. Do you know what? While you're there, let me know your predictions for the game as well. What do you think the predictions will be for tonight? Paul, good to see you. Thank you. Patrick Vieira's getting the Palace job, apparently. Wow. I mean, even Palace can fill their manager's job, but Tottenham can't. I mean, it's absolutely mental what's going on over there. No, it's not. Yep, they are. Absolutely. They are 100%. And thanks, mate. It's a Kane Sterling, how the birthday goes, but how many people get to Germans at Wembley on their birthday and their whole life buzzing? Could you imagine you were there, Toby? What a birthday present that would be. The guy last night was non-stop. By the way, I'm turning 31, so it's fate that England win 3-1. I'll take that, mate. I will take that. Sounds about right. You put bets on 3-1, everyone. You heard it here. Could you imagine that? That's a victory that England would need, and do it in style as well. God, there's so many comments. Let's see. There's so many comments. I'm just having to keep going through. That was like I couldn't write hardly any comments in case. Comments in case he started again. The sad twat must have made about 30 accounts. It's just what people do. It's sad, isn't it, really? He's not listening still. Nope. Happy birthday, Toby. Only 25 years to catch me up. That will go quick enough, mate. You're 1 year closer to sweet relief. Thanks, bro. Anton, we have an aging squad, and hopefully Moyes will invest in younger players with potentially sell on value. And that's what we need to do, and that's why they're bringing in some of the youth talent for the development squad. Yes, we want to see some signings, but it could be worse, like Spurs have no manager. Absolutely, 100%. I'm not so sure about Meeple either, but it's an unpopular opinion. Trev Tube, afternoon all. I'm late to the party. I will rewatch what you've discussed on Tah as rumours go. Is this realistic? 4, 10 or higher? Higher, mate. Higher. In my opinion, it's higher. So I'd like to see him. Definitely. GP 3-1 Germany. I don't trust Maguire half fit in stones. Ooh. GP Trev Tube 3-1 England. Come on. Apparently we put a 12 million bid in for a Hungary player, Slatsy, who plays for Fenerbahce, but they value him more at £20 million. Don't believe we put a bid in for him at all, if I'm being honest with you, Smeagol 316. And I'm not sure we've actually put many bids in for any players, to be honest. West Ham random happy birthday, Toby, my G. And everyone's wishing you a happy birthday. I was going to go, but £500 set up in the sky on my Todd. Saw that. Is that how much, mate? Or is that what? Can't be that much money. Surely not. Cheers for the patrolling of the chat yesterday. We must move on from Lingard as he's not committed to West Ham by now. Thank you and bye-bye. I don't know, mate. I don't know. He's still on holiday. He's back. He's in training. We'll have to see what's going to happen. But it's not just as simple as, you know, he's not allowed to go and talk to West Ham until Man United give him the okay to do that. So it's not down to him, and West Ham have to know that he's interested as well before that happens. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, get your comments in. Let me know. Jonathan Tah, what do you think? German international. Do you like the sounds of him? I do. Do you think it's realistic? £20 million roughly for him. He's sitting on about 50k a week. He can come in and do better in his wages, and West Ham can pay a decent fee for him. And would he solve some of West Ham's centre-half problems? Freddie Potts has signed a long-term contract with West Ham, his first professional contract at West Ham, which is really good. So West Ham are snapping up all the young talent. And keep your comments coming in. Let me know the predictions for today's game. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications to let you know when we come live, and come on England and come on you Irons.